It's choreography time. We're back. We have a brand new choreography and we're going to try to balance things on our heads. Are you ready? Are you excited? Do you think this is all going to end in tears? Who knows? Let's try it. So, the good news is that for this dance, we are not going to start off balancing something on our head. Yes, sounds silly, I know, but for a balance routine, you generally speaking, and there are exceptions to that rule, do not want to enter with your prop already on your head. Now, this can be a bit of a pain because sometimes you really want to get your prop centered, get it balanced, be sure everything is fine before you start dancing, and then once it's up there, it stays. Some people are like this. If you try to put it back up later on, once you've been dancing for a while, it slides, it's a nightmare, you cannot get it to balance. But the reason we put our props on our heads during the routine is to let the audience know that we're really balancing it. Particularly if you're wearing a headdress, but even if you just have a sword on your head, it's very easy to come in, dancing your heart out, sword is on your head, and as far as the audience is concerned, it might just as well be a really shiny metallic hat. So, we are going to take some time to introduce the audience to our sword and to the idea that it really is a sword. And if it isn't a sword, if it is a cane, we're introducing them to the cane. If it is a candelabra, please don't be using a candelabra, you're introducing the candelabra. If it is a pot, and a water pot is, by the way, a perfectly good balance prop. There's a folkloric routine done by the Raider troupe which introduced the idea of a water pot as a balance prop. There was a Fahlahi routine, but it's been used ever since, and probably before. Anything you like, you are introducing it to your audience. Now, I'm using a sword, so I'm going to present my sword like this. If you're using a pot or a glass or a small book, you might want to adjust your hands, perhaps hold them like this or like this. The one thing you do want to avoid is anything like this. Walk like an Egyptian. Because we are not doing pharaonic dance, we are not imitating hieroglyphics. We are balancing a prop. So, once you've worked out the best way to hold your prop, you're going to present it to the audience and you are going to step across and out to the side. Let yourself sink into that a little bit and bring your prop around in a circle in front of you. Look, it's a sword. Holy cow, I have a sword. Isn't this exciting? And step across and bring it up and around. And again, if it was a small pot, just put it down. Small pot, step, look at my little pot, or it's a pot, what am I going to do with this? And, or what am I going to do with this? Same movement, slightly different arrangement of the arms is all. So, we are going step across and around. Don't spend too much time on the circle there. Step across and around. Step across and up. Step across, and this one comes quite quickly. Hope I've got the pattern right. In again, so across, in, and we're going down, down, up, and step across, and we're going to add a little shimmy here. If you remember shimmies from our last choreography, if you've just started here, don't worry about it. You don't need to shimmy, just bring the sword down to that hip. If you do, remember it, we're bringing the sword down to the hip with a shimmy and step across, stretching the sword out at the same time, and almost immediately you do this one, hook your foot round and turn. Now, we did use the hook turn, or at least we looked at it very briefly in our previous choreography, but just to show you how that works, my foot was here, my arms are here, I lift this foot and wrap it round, so this leg is now passing round there, so this foot is almost behind and is next to this one on the wrong side. Weight more into that foot, and I just unwrap my feet and bring myself my weight bring me all the way round to this position. So, going through that again, we have step out, quick circle, step out, quick circle, step out, step out, and 1, 2, 1, 2, step. I have forgotten the choreography. What did I just tell you to do? 1, 2, 1, 2, step out, shimmy, bringing the sword down, step out, and around we go. We will try just that with the music. The rhythm here is a little unusual. It's a rumba rhythm. We've used it before actually for some practice pieces. And you'll find it slow, slow, quick. So you want slow into those steps mostly and quick with the circles. We'll give it a try and see how we go. This piece is actually called Slow Rumba for Veil. I am not using it for the veil today. Are we ready? Let's see how this goes. And circle. And circle. Out. Then shimmy down. Out. And turn. Okay. We'll do that section one more time and then we'll move on to the last little bit. Here we go. Here we have the sword. Cross. Let yourself sink into this. Round. Cross. And around. Shimmy, bringing it down, and across, and out, and a hook turn. Brilliant. Okay, we now have that same section of music repeating, and all we are going to do for that entire length of music is lift the sword up onto our heads. Take plenty of time to be sure it is really truly settled, and once you have it settled, you can use your choice of the arm movements to be used in the warm-up. So if you feel comfortable with these ones, be my guest. I find sometimes the big side-to-side movement of this can make a prop wobble if you're not too comfortable with it. If you want to go with these ones, that's fine. And to just put in some little wings. It's a little more stable when you're doing them the same on either side. That's fine. Or if you want to roll your hands in this pretty pattern, just up and down. And if you're feeling really confident, this is a good opportunity to come down and up with your arms. You are just taking some time to get comfortable with the sword on the head. And for everyone watching you to think, wait a minute, are they really back there balancing a sword or a cushion or a very compliant cat? And to be really impressed. This is your first big pause for applause. So I'll take the music back to the start. We'll go through that whole piece and then just balancing the sword and do whatever you like with your arms. If all you can do is balance it with one hand, make sure it stays put, and the other hand just drifting across, that is absolutely fine. And if you find you do need a hand to help you balance your balance prop for the entire routine, that's okay. I may wish I could join you. Let's put on the music and do it all one more time to finish. I forget the circles? I did in fact forget the circles. It was all going far too well, wasn't it? Oh well. While I'm here, I will remind you that I said when we balanced our prop, we were going to be up on the balls of our feet. For the start of this, we haven't been. Or if you were, that's good, but you did not need to be. When you come to balance your sword in this next section, come up onto the balls of your feet before you apply the sword to the head, or before you apply the whatever. It's much easier to put it on from this position than it is to put it on, get it settled, and then come up. Okay, one more time with the sword circles. Here we go. So, if you manage that, good job. If you want some homework this week and you don't just want to keep going through the same 3 videos over and over again, which you totally can, then I would suggest you practice balancing. Whenever you have a few minutes, warm up your neck and your shoulders with a few rolls so you don't get a stiff head. And just balance. Put a cushion on your head, walk around the room, see how long you can keep it there. Make yourself a cup of tea. Do whatever you can. Just practice that balance. Good luck with this one, and I will see you all next week.